Someone who loves you asks why you stay. And you lie to their face. You defend the person who hurt you. You don't even decide to do it. The words are out before you've thought them. You don't know the whole story. They had a hard year. It wasn't really like that. You build the case for the prosecution's witness, and then you wonder why you feel sick afterward. Here's the question I'm actually answering today. Why do you defend the people who hurt you? Out loud, to the people trying to pull you out? The answer isn't love. It isn't even loyalty. It's that admitting the truth about them would cost you something you're not willing to pay. The cost has a name. It's called cognitive dissonance. And it is the engine running underneath every excuse you've ever made for someone who didn't deserve one. Cognitive dissonance is what happens when two things you believe can't both be true at once. I am not a fool. And I have given 2 years to someone who treats me like this. Both of those can't stand in the same room. One of them has to bend. And here's what nobody tells you. It's almost never the flattering one that bends, so your mind does the cheapest repair available. It doesn't lower its opinion of you, it raises its opinion of them. It edits the story. The cruelty becomes a misunderstanding. The neglect becomes, they're just bad at words. The pattern becomes a rough patch. You're not defending them. You're defending the version of yourself that made sense to stay. Watch what your mind does with effort. The more you've put in, the harder you defend. This isn't an accident. It's a known mechanism. The more a person sacrifices for something, the more they need it to have been worth it. People who suffer to get into a group value that group more than people who walked in for free. The pain doesn't make them want to leave. The pain becomes the reason they can't, because leaving would mean the pain bought nothing. So apply that to the years you've spent, every silent dinner, every apology you gave for things you didn't do, every time you made yourself smaller so the room would stay calm. Your mind has added all of it up, and it refuses to call that an investment in nothing. It would rather keep paying than admit the account was always empty. That's why the people who've given the most are the loudest defenders. It isn't that they love hardest, it's that they have the most to lose by being honest. The defense isn't devotion, it's a receipt they can't throw away. Now here's the part that's harder to look at. When you defend them to other people, you're not informing those people, you're recruiting them. Every time a friend says, "That's not okay," and you answer, "You don't understand him," you're not correcting the record. You're asking that friend to hold the same lie you're holding, so you don't have to hold it alone. And it works. The friends get tired, they stop saying the true thing. Not because they change their mind, because you trained them that honesty costs them you. So the room goes quiet, and you mistake that silence for agreement. You think everyone came around. No one came around. They just stopped trying to reach someone who keeps choosing the locked door. You call it loyalty. Loyalty is a choice you make towards someone who has earned it. What you're doing is something else. You're managing your own discomfort and using their name to do it. The defense was never about them. It was always about not having to feel what the truth would make you feel. So let me name the thing you've been avoiding. You don't keep defending them because you believe in them. You keep defending them because the day you stop, you have to meet the person who stayed. And that person is not pathetic. That person was trying to make the math work, trying to make the years mean something, trying to be the kind of person who doesn't waste their own life. There's nothing shameful in any of that. But your mind would rather build a statue of someone who hurt you than let you look at it directly. The mirror doesn't lie. You do. And you've been lying loudest in the places where someone almost told you the truth. Here's the uncomfortable freedom in it. The moment you let yourself say they hurt me and I stayed anyway, out loud, without softening it, the spell breaks. Not because you've judged yourself, because you've finally stopped editing. The dissonance only has power while both stories are alive. Kill the flattering one, and there's nothing left to defend. You'll tell yourself, I'm wrong about you. That your situation is different. That there's context I don't have. Maybe. But notice how fast you reached for the defense. And notice who you were defending. It was never them.